watching Let's Chat.
Well, Nightfall is announcing their 37th season, a true Chattanooga staple. It's so good to have with me in the studio today my friend Carla Pritchard with Chattanooga Present. Thanks for coming on, Carla. It's so good to see you.
It's fun to be here.
So let's talk about 37 seasons. That's amazing.
It's a long time.
How does it feel to continue this year after year?
I mean, I'm just thrilled to have the fact that it's still so important and so relevant to the community. It's still the gathering place for really any and everybody to come together as a community. That's the basis of it. That's why it's been so successful and so popular over these years. It was started in 1988.
Wow.
And when Miller Plaza was built. So that's where it is. It's right in the heart of downtown with Miller Park and Miller Plaza in the center.
Well, what can we expect this year? Is there anything unusual or different about this year?
Yeah, well, we're hanging on to the basic concept, which is a free concert series. It's
right.
We started at 7 o'clock with music by a local opening act and the headliner at 8 that maybe has probably never been to Chattanooga before, so we love to expose new artists to this audience in Chattanooga. But there are some new things. We're able to offer a happy hour for the first time this year, so starting a little early if you want to get there at 5:30 rather, 5:30 to 6:30. We have some specials offered for those interested in a frozen drink, for instance. We have moved our line of local food trucks down a block, down to ML King to Lindsay. We have roller skating in the street now for several of the weeks, including this week. We actually got started with the series last week, but this goes on for every Friday for 15 weeks. So we go all the way through the end of August. So the music changes from week to week. There are kids' activities. The CFC will have their inflatable soccer field in Miller Park and other lawn games there. So we also have visual artists on site. So local artists, you can shop a little bit while you're there. So there's a lot to see and do during this really short time frame at Nightfall.
So it's every Friday night starting...
Well, we started last week. So
week.
It's basically Memorial Day weekend through Labor Day weekend. So this week, 5:30 with the happy hour, and then 7 o'clock is when the music starts on the Miller Plaza stage. You can get all the information and hear a sample of all the music on our website, which is nightfallchattanooga.com. This week it's a wonderful singer-songwriter named Lily Hyatt. She'll do some folk music. She's the daughter of legendary songwriter John Hyatt.
Wow. So you can actually listen to samples of the upcoming performers.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I love
so
that.
from week to week it's quite different. So one week might not be your particular taste, but it is free. You might as well come and try it out anyway. And some are really going to be maybe your style, because the next week we have some wonderful fellow from New Orleans, for instance, a keyboard player who brings the party. Yeah, every week it changes up. We've got blues, jazz, bluegrass, folk,
I love
all sorts.
And I love that people can go online and sample to see what their music tastes might be, if they want to check it out or not.
And sometimes we have other special things happening on different weeks. So the Atlanta Braves will be here on the 21st of June with their Braves Country Tour. So you can have your photo made as a baseball card from the Braves. We are going to have some cars on display from the USA Road Rally on the 14th. So it'll change up just depending on what's going on in the community. We like to have it represented at Nightfall.
What are you most excited about this season?
I just feel like there's just a wonderful combination of people that we've already seen come to downtown to enjoy the first Nightfall. It really represents the community in a microcosm, and I just love to see people coming together and getting along and having a really positive experience downtown together.
Well, Carla, well done on branding Chattanooga like you have over the years. You've played a big part in that, so that's everyone knows Nightfall. So Nightfall, and it's free. Except that, you know, obviously buy the food and drinks there.
That's true, yes. So it's free to the public thanks to support from our wonderful community sponsors and the people who come to Nightfall. Even though it's free to come, when you make a purchase of food and drink while you're there, you're in fact supporting the series. So that's what really makes it work. So we ask that you please don't bring your own coolers. Just if you can buy the food and drink that's there, there's a great variety, and that does help make it continue.
I love that. So something for all ages too. It's not just 21 and over.
Absolutely. Bring the kids, bring your dog on a leash.
Oh, yes.
and everybody really is welcome.
Wonderful.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you for coming on, Carla. So it sounds like there's a lot to check out at nightfallchattanooga.com. If you head on over to their website, there's a long list for the next 15 weeks of who's performing coming up Fridays. Happy hour starts at 5:30. Music starts at 7. Is that right?
You got it.
And it looks like there's ways to even sample the music, so you can check out if that's your taste. Lots of good food and drinks. Sounds like a lot of fun for all ages. Nightfallchattanooga.com in the Miller Plaza. Thanks again.
I hope to see you there.
Oh, you will. Thanks.